Yeah, I feel good. I didn't, obviously, I tried to totally not think about that fight at all between Olivier and Martinez. I knew I couldn't let that distract me, being 2 fights before my fight with Pettis. I just totally tried to focus all my attention again on Pettis. But now, obviously, a couple of minutes since I've had, yeah, good. I've trained with Olivier before at TriStar. He's a good fighter, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Stevie, hey, was there anything that surprised you over the course of this fight? Obviously, you found a finish in the first one. This went to the scorecards. What did Anthony bring that was new that maybe you didn't see coming?
The only thing I was surprised with was the fact he never tapped to the north-south choke. It felt so tight. I get that. I land that in the gym. I know, obviously, fight landing it in the gym and landing it, but I was sure he was going to go to sleep. I squeezed. I kind of gassed myself out a little bit though. I burnt my arm out a little bit, but I was sure it was on. So, but yeah, apart from that, not really. I know he's a good fighter. He landed some good shots. Everything was expected.
Now, obviously, celebration is in full swing tonight. What do you plan on doing once you leave the arena?
To be honest, I've not even thought about it. I'll probably, the same as the last time probably. I'm not much of a drinker, so celebrate with a pizza probably. Food's my go-to for celebration, so yeah, I'll chill for a bit. I think I'd spew everywhere if I ate a pizza now, but yeah, I'm going to chill for a bit. Maybe get a pizza and then I'll maybe get a couple of drinks on the plane home tomorrow to make the flight a bit easier.
And lastly, for me, do you dedicate this win to anybody?
Yeah, I'd like to try and dedicate that fight to all the war veterans. I'm not much a reader, but I've read. I've been getting into like reading books, and I've read some of Aunt Middleton's books and Ollie Ollerton, some of the kind of war veterans and stuff, and it kind of helps me get through the fight as well, because as scary as going in the cage and fighting, I always just remember myself like how scary it must be for them to go onto a battlefield and possibly die. It just helps me get through a fight. I'm like, you know what, it doesn't matter how scary the fight is and all the nerves and anxiety, I know that after it, win, lose or draw, I still get to go home to my family. So yeah, just because I've read some of those books, maybe thinking it to them.
Great win, Steve.
Stevie, you've been on so your journey has been talked about for so long, and now that you're going to the finals, personally, what does this win fully mean to you, to everything you've been through so far in your life?
Well, it's funny because James, my coach, was just asking me like what I'm thinking about and what I wanted to post up on my social media. And even though I've just beat Anthony Pettis twice within 6 weeks, you would think that would be the top. But to be honest, I've got a little bit of an emotional thing with what happened to me 2.5 years ago. I won the biggest fight in my career at that time, beating Michael Johnson. In Singapore, signed a new 4-fight contract with the UFC, and then a little while later, my career came kind of crashing down. I was told by the doctor that I should never fight again. I was then released by the UFC, and I was a bit getting a wee bit emotional. I was a wee bit depressed when I've put 12 years of my life trying to get to the top of the thing to provide for my family, to then get told that, like I said, off the biggest win in my career, and not even just that, it's what I've had to overcome in the 2.5 years to then get back in the cage, because I did have injuries, but it just shows what I've just done in the last year, that I could have got taken care of better, because here I am, I've just fought 3 times in 4 months. And I'm now 1 fight away from the $1 million and the world title. Sorry, that was quite a long one, but yeah, just it's been a roller coaster the last 3 years in my life.
Jack, go ahead. You have a question? Well, that's the question.
I was actually going to say something similar. The roller coaster journey. One win away from the $1 million. obviously answered it there, but I mean, how does it feel to be one fight away from potentially changing your life and your family's life?
The way I see it, PFL have already changed my life. I've just beat Anthony Pettis, the former world champion, twice within 6 weeks. So, you know, even if I didn't go and win the million, obviously the money is life changing. But I mean, I've made a decent amount of money in the last 4 months because I've been so active. Not quite what the guy I just beat twice has made for what I've seen, but I mean, he's a legend, he deserves it. But yeah, I'm wanting. I'll be telling Peter I want a pay rise after I've beat him twice now. I want some Anthony Pettis money.
Three fights in such a short space of time. Are you looking forward to having a little bit of a layoff now before the finals?
Oh yeah, like the PFL is special, man. Like it's I've been on fight camp since January basically, and the diet and the staying at the gym, I've sacrificed a lot. I've got my own gym at home as well, so I've totally just left that up to my guys. Luckily, I've got good guys at my gym, Braveheart MMA in Kirkcaldy. I've got a good amount of students kind of taking that over. I'm then living in the gym I train at, higher level MMA. But I mean, I've been staying in the gym in Bathgate away from my family at least 4 nights a week, and I've totally forgot the question now. But yeah, just the amount of dedication that I've had to put in, just hard work and sacrifice, and yeah, I think that's what makes the difference and why I am in the final.
Could you let us know, like obviously you were talking a bit about your depression battle a little bit there. Was the lowest moment when you had to tell people your career was over in 2020, or what was the lowest moment in that battle for you?
Well, I remember my manager phoning me, and it was over the space of a few weeks. You know, he was wanting me to maybe sign with somewhere else. This is after signing the 4-fight deal. So it was a new 4-fight deal I signed after beating Michael Johnson. And then there was the talks of, would you want to go elsewhere? And I'm like, well, no, really. I'm happy where I am. And then I got offered a fight. And then I didn't have a US visa in time, and then supposedly that was an issue, which again I've proved wrong. I've got a 4-year US visa, and I'm not gonna lie, I cried a little bit when then I was told, like, that's your career over, because like I said, the amount of sacrifice and everything I have to do, and I've got 4 kids, I've got a wife, I've got a mortgage, you know, I've got a lot going on, and then to be told it's like, you know, it's like somebody that's put orders. I'm trying to think of an example, but it's like a fireman being told he's not allowed to be a fireman anymore. It's like, what do you do with your life? I'm not really good at fighting. I'm not really good at much else because I've dedicated myself that much. Yeah.
Let me do Scott when you go post.
Yeah, so obviously now you're going to the finals here. The stakes are very high now. You know, you really kind of want to at least get to the cage. You know, we've seen a couple of past champions from last year. They're actually out of the playoffs just because of injuries. Like, how do you kind of balance the training aspect with also kind of keeping your body fresh in time for the finals?
So I would say, like I said, 2.5 to 3 years ago, I was told that, you know, I had injuries that I should, you know, that was pretty bad. And now I've just proved that I've fought 3 times in 4 months, active, no injuries. I don't feel injured now. I might be a wee bit more sore tomorrow, but I've no injuries, and I would dedicate that to Bikram yoga. I go to Bikram yoga at least once a week, and it's just healed my body. 90 minutes of Bikram yoga, at least once a week, and it's honestly just healed my body so much. It keeps me from breaking down. So I recommend, if anybody's not tried Bikram yoga, because I've done yoga for about between 7 and 10 years, but the Bikram yoga, the hot 90 minutes, is life changing, and it's really helped my career.
Beautiful. Amy, go ahead.
Hi, Stevie. You know, a lot of people on Twitter are talking about what's next for Anthony Pettis after this loss again to you. having been in there 3 rounds with him, do you feel like he still has a lot of fight left in him? And how do you feel about people telling another fighter that their career is over after you've just spoken about that?
You know what? Seeing this kind of life now, this era of life, you're always going to get guys. I'm going to go on my phone later and I'm going to get maybe over 100 messages telling me I'm shit and that you know, they maybe even want me to die and all crazy stuff. Social media is just that basically, but they don't realise the amount of sacrifice and how good a fighter I am. Not trying to blow my own trumpet or that, but yeah, I mean, Pettis, yeah, he's just lost his last 2, but it's both to me, and I'd say I'm a pretty good fighter. But before that, he won. He beat Miles Price, that I know, good friend, who's also a good fighter. And just look at what he's done. But that being said, like, I'm sure he's pretty rich. He probably doesn't have to fight. So he's got kids. I would maybe say that maybe he should look to go down a different kind of avenue. I mean, I'm sure he's got his own promotion, he's got his own management. He's a pretty good looking guy. And yeah, I'm sure he gets married in November. So yeah, if anything, I've probably done him a favour by, you know, me beating him, because it would have been 2 weeks before his wedding. At least he can go and enjoy his wedding. I'm sure his wife will be a wee bit happy about that part. And he's already got money. I need the money. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Pettis. So even though I just fought him twice, like I'm looking forward to getting a selfie with him later and maybe a beer or whatever.
We got one more question, and then Stevie's got to get out of here. So go.
So Olivia talked about, you know, getting a little vacation, a little time coming up before the finals in November. You got anything personal you're doing yourself in that time, or just going to spend some time with the family?
I'm going back to the hotel, and me and James are going to start the training camp tonight. Nah, I'm really kidding. Yeah, I mean, if the rumours are true and we've got a wee bit more time to the final, I think, which I'm a wee bit happy with, because the last while, like I said, it's just been fight camp. I even felt guilty after the first Pettis fight, because I had booked a 4-day holiday to Venice in Italy, and then I thought the fight was a wee bit later, and then it was like 6 weeks. So yeah, it was hard to enjoy having a drink, and I'm fighting in 5 weeks. So yeah, just I've not got any plans. I'd maybe like to go on a family holiday. I'm still waiting on the kids' passports. So yeah, maybe just a quick week away somewhere, relax, and then right back to work, because you know this is the biggest part now. You know, I've just beat Pettis twice, but this is now the most important one.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Stevie.
Thank you everyone. Thank you.
It's United States Marine flag. I'm excited about that.
Oh, nice.
So